Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel and another paper crafting video tutorial. Today it's all about 13 days of Craftoween with day 1 from the Craftoween box from Spellbinders. It is, of course, this darling little vampire, and I am going to share not only the unboxing of the box. You get 13 days of wonderful dies, each in their own individual little package, but you also get a stamp set that coordinates back to each of the days and a sequin pack. It all comes in this darling box, and every day you can come back here and see me create a cute little card or project in under 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to start our project today with the spiderweb background. This is a previous release from Spellbinders. This is one of my favorite Halloween backgrounds, and I love that even though this is a better press plate and you can totally use the better press system, you can also foil with your better press plates. I foiled it with opal foil on fog cardstock for a really subtle tone-on-tone effect. Then I'm placing my panel in my spatter box and adding some onyx silk for a little additional distress to the background. Next, we are going to work with our day 1 dies. Starting with the shirt for our vampire, we are going to go ahead and use a little Hero Arts Amethyst ink to ink up portions of the shirt before gluing it in place on the base layer. I like to hold it in place with my tweezers just to kind of help control exactly where my image goes. So you can see it lines up with the score lines perfectly. And what we're going to be doing for our vampire is creating a Halloween snow globe. If you are new to my channel, I love creating with snow globes, and I have lots of different dies in my stash. We're using the Spellbinders Simon's Snow Globe Etched dies from a year or two ago, and instead of the holiday dies that come with it or the add-ons, I'm using the base layers of the snow globe to build my snow globe, the globe shape itself, as well as the base. Using a little bit of sand ink, I'm going to go around the edges of my chiffon die cut face for my vampire before gluing that in place. You'll notice that I've already added the teeth and the tongue. Once we add that face in place, it really brings him to life. Now, don't forget his little hands. You might see them over there on the right side of the screen because it makes it look like he's holding up his cape, which I think is absolutely adorable. We'll get back to those here in just a minute. Okay, so I added a little glue, and now I'm simply adding his hands. And that is it for our day 1 Craftoween, but that's not it for this card. So we want to build the snow globe. I have my globe itself die cut from Simon Says Stamp Ice Vellum, stamped with a greeting from the Craftoween box. And then we have our base, which also features some brushed silver cardstock and raven cardstock that I stamped with another sentiment from the Craftoween box using some embossing ink and white embossing powder. We're going to glue our vampire in place for our snow globe. Now, I love to build scene cards, and I talk about telling myself a story. So my story for this card is imagining this cute vampire snow globe and how it would look decorated on a shelf. For me, I wouldn't put a snow globe out on the shelf on its own. What I would like to do is I would put the snow globe out, and then I would tuck additional images around it. I take my same ideas for home decor and I translate them into my card making. So as cute as this is, we need to dress this up with some pumpkins, a crow, and some skulls. The pumpkins that I'm using today are from the Autumn Scarecrow Small Die of the Month. I believe this was from 2024. I simply went through my collection of Spellbinders dies, picked some pumpkin shapes that the size and scale worked with the Craftoween images or the card I was building here today, and I'm adding a little bit of shading to these items. All of my cardstock is from Spellbinders, and you can find all of those linked down in the description below. On the left side of the snow globe, we are tucking a white and orange pumpkin. We're also going to add a little bit of vine to this, and we're going to even have a crow sitting on top. Our crow is also from that Autumn Scarecrow of the Small Die of the Month set. Now, I don't think any Halloween card is complete without the addition of some bats. My bats come from the Halloween Wreath Add-Ons Etched dies. You're probably going to notice lots of different die sets out there that have bats. Shop your stash. The skulls I'm using are from the Booze Cocktails Etched dies, also released in 2024. In this set, there is a small and a large skull with the layering piece that goes back behind the eyes. I want to tuck those along the right side of my snow globe. I've also chosen a sentiment that fits and isn't overwhelmed or overshadowed by the images I tucked around here. So I purposely picked a smaller sentiment for the snow globe base. After I've tucked all of these elements around the base of my snow globe, I will glue this entire panel to a white top fold card base, and that is it for day one, friends. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the Craftoween box from Spellbinders. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me today for another paper crafting tutorial. I love being able to share with this incredible community of crafters. I want to give a huge shout out and special thank you to my amazing Patreon members. If you're interested in joining Patreon, please click the link in the description underneath the video here on YouTube. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do. There is exclusive content, information, and behind-the-scenes content. Top-tier members will receive a handmade birthday card during your birthday month, access to D-Stash, and monthly exclusive lives, plus so much more. We would love to have you join our growing community.